Welcome to the Whovian Wire podcast, in which we go through each episode of Doctor Who after watching it and yap about it, because we're both Doctor Who nerds. This is Josh, and I am Alan, and in today's episode we are focusing on Dalek. So, the TARDIS seems to land in a dark museum. We don't see much, we just know it's a bit like a museum layout. And Rose and Doctor step out the TARDIS. Now, one side note I do need to question is, in the scene, it's like they've got like a flash, like a massive flashlight behind them in the police box, because it's like emitting like white light, yeah, like it lights up the museum. But it's like, why is it white? The interior of the TARDIS is green. Did you notice that, or is that something that I focused on?
I didn't notice that, but now that you mention it, I do remember seeing it.
It actually looks like they've got like a massive light like shining on them, and it's like, I understand why. It's just I don't know if it's
just a continuity error. I think that
yeah, I will agree with you there. It's just something I was like, why is it white light? It's meant to be green. Right. Anyways, then the Doctor turns on the museum lights, and it's revealed that it's a bunch of alien stuff, an alien museum. In which we see like random alien junk, and then we see a Slovene arm, which literally go back one episode. Them green things. and then we also
yes,
get
the Slovene.
Then we get to see the Doctor go up to an old Cyberman head from the classic era of Doctor Who, which must have been nice, like, you know, classic Whovians whilst watching it at the time. And that's quite a cool thing. Because obviously Cybermen feared amongst the universe, so I guess the Doctor must be a bit shooken.
I'm guessing Cybermen aren't a threat anymore. Did he fully wipe them out in the classic Who then?
I can't,
because they aren't in this universe anymore, because they came from a different universe. Spoilers for the future, but
yeah. But the thing is, was it the Time War what wiped him out or not?
No, I don't think it was Time War. I think the Doctor did actually like wipe him out or something.
See, I'm foggy when it comes to classic Who.
Yeah, we need to watch it.
I do, but yeah, I think maybe the 7th Doctor or 6th Doctor did wipe him out, but I'm not 100% sure, so I can't comment on it. There's a lot of things. If anyone listens to this and is actually a Whovian buff, please comment, because classic Whovian, you know, you don't need to correct as a modern Who, because we're quite good, right? Anyways, then guards surround the Doctor and Rose, and then because, you know, they've been detected breaking in. And one thing I always love about the 9th Doctor is the amount of times guards catch him mid-act, point a gun at him, and then he just does that fucking grin. It's like, I don't know why, it's just always makes me chuckle, because it's like, I just love that's his like fucking defense mechanism. It's just a grin. And then obviously it goes into the credits, which I do have to comment on, but I won't comment on yet. And then we see a guy walking down a museum corridor. He seems a bit like a twat, but we also know he's
Bad Wolf mentioned in this.
Yes,
right before that.
Because it's Bad Wolf Helicopter 1 or so. Yeah, Bad Wolf 1, which coincidence? I think not.
No, you can. If you watch all the episodes like we do, then yeah, you can see that there's the pattern.
But yeah, obviously at the time of watch, I was like, my first rewatch, I don't think I recognised. To be fair, I think the first time it actually was revealed what Bad Wolf was, I was like, Bad Wolf? What? Has this been getting teased? Anyways, yeah, we see a guy walking down a corridor with like a bunch of guards and assistants, and he seems a bit like a twat. So we know he's obviously the one in charge, and he's called Henry Van Straat, I believe.
Henry. Fuck.
Yeah, Henry Van Straat. I've written it down, so yeah, don't try and correct me. And then obviously it cuts to pretty much the Doctor and him meeting, because the guards have captured the Doctor and Rose, so they get taken to his office and question of like, why are you 49 levels down, 49 levels down in a top secret base in the middle of nowhere. And there's a bit about back and forth with the Doctor, and the Doctor actually helps him play a musical instrument, which he didn't know was a musical instrument.
And then just throws it away afterwards,
Yeah, literally just like, oh wow, this sounds beautiful. Also, a little side note fact for you was the sound they were playing on the thing was actually a score from one of the first episodes with the Daleks in it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So like a little, like a nice little nod. I like when I do little nods like that. So, anyways, then the Doctor hears about a said pet in quotation marks. And the Doctor's like, oh, well, I need to see it now. So they go down to, I can't remember which floor this said pet is on. The Doctor enters the room in like complete darkness. You see a blue circle, but that's it. And then I can't remember how the Doctor actually gets it to speak. How does the Doctor get it to speak? Oh yeah, he says, I'm here to help you. I know they're torturing you. I'm gonna help you. And then it speaks.
No, he says his name.
Yeah.
He says his name and he's like, Doctor.
Doctor. I can't do a Dalek. Doc. I'm just gonna sound like I'm just gonna sound like a 60-year-old man who's been smoking cigs if I try and do a Dalek impression. So I'm just gonna stop. In which the Doctor immediately is like, oh hell no, and starts like trying to get out, like help. The lights turn on. It's a Dalek revealed. The Doctor's obviously,
shitting himself.
Exactly, because, well, Daleks, one of the most feared things in the world. What if the
Dalek weapon worked instead of it being broken?
Well, it'd be a very short episode of Doctor Who. But obviously we knew that they were getting tortured and stuff, so obviously it wasn't defense mode. The Doctor didn't know at the time, obviously, but then anyways, after the Doctor is pleading to get out, he realizes that the Dalek can't actually shoot it whilst it's saying exterminate. In which then the Doctor is immediately cocky. But it actually leads to one of the most brilliant scenes of the entire series, if not one of the best scenes in the entire show, is the Doctor getting angry with the Dalek. It's like the pure rawness of this scene is phenomenal. Like, I can't even describe like how good of a scene this is, where the Doctor's like getting to shout at a Dalek and not need to think about getting exterminated.
I mean, he does kind of get cocky with almost all the enemies, to be fair.
He does, but like this one, I feel like you actually get that true burning Time Lord anger, if you get what I mean.
I mean, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get that.
And also a little behind the scenes fact, which I know I normally lead till the end, but I think because we're talking about this scene right now, Christopher Eccleston's dad was actually dying whilst they were filming this episode. So he kind of just used that, like, built up rage and, the emotion to, well, throw onto the Dalek to show, like, how much the Doctor actually hates him. So, like, Chris Eccleston was like, would you say method acting? Yeah, method acting. So, which obviously sad that, the dying bit and all that. But, yeah, it's to the point where the Doctor actually starts like foaming up the mouth because of it, which Chris Eccleston actually wanted them to keep in just to show, like, well, again, how angry he is towards the Daleks, and it shows. And also in this scene, we find out that the Time War has wiped out all Daleks and all Time Lords, obviously. Well, everyone's lost. But now we know that the Daleks are also wiped out extinction, which, again, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm assuming we thought there were still Daleks out there in the classic era. I'm going to assume.
I don't know. It's a tricky one.
Again, yeah, comment below if you actually know.
Because there's no reference to him.
No.
Like, he's meant to be the last Dalek, but then, like, isn't the final episode set way into the future.
Yeah.
So
Actually, this is what I wanted to pin note about the intro. Why did they name the episode Dalek?
I said this.
It's so like
I thought of this.
like
I
imagine
hate when they do it.
like even like it's even more annoying now, especially because like when you think of actually going onto a streaming site and pressing the episode, you see the title name. But in 2005, everyone who actually tuned in, any classic era Who fan, was watching the intro thinking, oh, this is intriguing. Title credits, Dalek, and it's like, you've just spoiled the reveal.
I mean, I guess like if there's people such as us who's never seen Doctor Who before, we wouldn't know what Dalek is.
To us it was fine because we actually didn't know. But now that we've rewatched it like countless times, and obviously know there was in the classic era, it is like you fumbled this. You could have named it something like I don't know.
This is also like a problem I see like in even later on, like the Daleks of Manhattan, and then
exactly. It's like stop announcing the surprise. We don't need it. But it's like the Doctor dances. Well, that spoiled that episode.
But sure, it does apply there. Don't apply.
But no, yeah. So anyone who was a Whovian back then, watching it live on TV just to see it in the intro, must have been like, "Oh." Now I know it happens literally minutes after the intro that we actually see the Dalek, but still, it could have been. I think it would have been a great reveal for anyone who had been a fan to literally have that same reaction as the Doctor. Like when it starts speaking, anyone who would have watched Classic Who would have been like, I know that. Like, does like the Leonardo DiCaprio like meme, like. And I think it would have shown more fear.
I'm thinking they'll think it towards more the new people who are watching it.
Still though, you could have named it like The Return or like the. I feel like you could have.
There's just something else that isn't the name of the actual villain.
Yeah. Like name it. What did Henry Van Straat actually want to call it? Something like
Mellotron.
Is that what we wanted to call it? Metatron?
Metaltron,
that's it. Yeah, Metaltron. Yeah, I guess that would have been a shit name for an episode, but I just feel like having a code name instead of actual review of the episode would have been better in my opinion. Just saying.
Yeah.
So then the Doctor tries to kill the Dalek with the electricity torture device, what they've been using, but full blast this time, which does seem to start to work, but the Dalek's like begging, like, help, mercy, do. No one cares who actually knows about Daleks because, the monsters are scum, to the human race. And I'll
be honest, with how much pain the Dalek was actually feeling, you started to actually feel bad because, like, it's defenseless. People who knew Daleks before.
To new viewers, fair enough. It just sounds like
you start to feel bad for this random thing that you don't even know anything about.
Yeah, but if you had gone into it with like 35 years of Doctor Who, you would have been like, "You go, Doctor, fucking kill that bastard." For the new time viewers, fair enough for feeling bad. I think in the higher episode, there's times where you can feel bad for it. I still feel a bit bad for it watching it, even though I know what the Daleks are.
Fair, yeah, that's how I felt when I was watching it just now. Just
like when you're actually generally hearing it like screaming in pain, it is a bit like, okay, this is going dark, but again, understandable why it's going dark. They both pretty much are at war with each other and hate each other, so it's a valid reason.
Yeah.
And then what is it? So the next scene is with Rose and Adam, I believe.
I don't know what his name is.
I think it's Adam, the English man.
The only note I put for this is another love interest.
Sounds about right. Right. So, anyways,
that's it.
So Adam's trying to, show off his skills to Rose to, be a ladies' man, and talks about how like he's very intelligent, and it's like Rose is like, okay, buddy, and then he's like, no, I hacked into the U.S. Army like I don't know, personal documents and almost started World War III, and it's like, well, damn.
Nice.
Wow.
Don't care at all, but nice.
Yeah. I prevented World War III, literally last episode. But then the Dalek then appears on screen, which happens throughout the episode a lot, but the Dalek is getting shown being tortured, in which Rose is immediately like, a bit like the audience who don't know who the Daleks are. Sad, whoa, stop, calm down, buddy. I need to go see this Dalek now. Where's the Doctor? He would not like this. Because those obviously hadn't seen... I didn't mention that, but yeah, but Rose and the Doctor separated before the Doctor saw the Dalek. So the Rose would think the Doctor wouldn't like what's going on with the Dalek right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
You explained it there. There's nothing else to it there.
What can I say? Sometimes my notes take me where I need to go. Right.
Just like the TARDIS.
Wow. Well, sometimes. Then we obviously see the Doctor trying to warn them to kill it whilst it's not a threat. But instead of listening to him, Henry is more intrigued in the fact that the Doctor is also an alien and decides to take him prisoner. In which he does x-rays, which apparently hurts him. A bit like how the Doctor reacts when it's like, oh, I'll do your x-ray and then bolts out the room. Like, I don't understand, like, it's x-raying him but hurting him at the same time. So I don't, is it extra strong radiation?
I think it's just a more powerful version of those scans, because doesn't Staten say that he's using alien technology for different things? Like he made broadband and all that.
Yeah, he made broadband, so now he's got high-level radiation beams.
Well, like, the thing is, like, he used, I think it was like the ship, it's part of the ship from Roswell. In making broadband, so I'm guessing that X-ray machine was from a different ship that crash landed or something.
Yeah, okay, that's true. And also, it's a good scene.
It's just a theory.
It's just a Doctor Who theory. But we do get to see two hearts, which for new fans obviously is good to know, because now we know that the Doctor is more alien than us. I don't think it's mentioned that he has two hearts until now. Well, you know, in modern Who, but does he have two more of anything else?
Maybe.
Maybe. But the Doctor is still begging him to listen to him because he knows what the Dalek can do. But he doesn't listen and obviously continues to torture him with the X-ray. And then it cuts to Rose and Adam going down to see the Dalek. The Dalek does a phenomenal job of making Rose feel bad for it. Like, I'm not going to try and mimic a Dalek. Go on.
I think it's because it wasn't really trying to act.
No,
I don't think it knew that Rose Tyler was a time traveler.
Yeah, but she... The thing is with Dalek is it has no emotions, so...
Exactly.
But I didn't think Daleks could also manipulate you into feeling bad for it.
I don't think it was manipulating. I think it just generally felt like shit, so I wanted to die. Touche. Why would it try to manipulate and try and replicate feelings?
No, that's a good point. Anyways, the Rose tries to comfort the Dalek by placing a hand on the helmet head, which Adam's like, no, and then hand burned, and the Dalek starts immediately like shaking, like, and breaks out the chains.
We've got to remember the hand burning thing, because that comes up later on. Not in this episode, but later on.
Well, it does a bit in this episode, doesn't it? Later on.
It does a bit, but I mean, like, properly, because it's a big integral part later on towards like the second season.
No, touche. Okay, touche.
Gotta remember this stuff.
Write it down. Right.
Write it down.
And I'm trying to think what happens next. Oh, yeah, the torturer then opens up the door because the Dalek's broken out the chains. And the Dalek lifts up its plunger. I don't even know what you call it. Do you literally call it a plunger? Is there an other name for it?
No, I think it's a plunger, but I also think it came from the Doctor himself in the 14th Doctor special.
Yeah, in the Children in Need special, which is a brilliant special, which I guess we could cover whilst doing the 60th anniversary. Like, obviously before actually going into a main episode or whatever. Just like a pre-bit, but yeah, do we? I mean, yeah, I don't know. We'll figure that out. But yeah, the Doctor has accidentally made Daleks have a plunger as their main weapon. Well, second weapon. But then we get the most awesome... No, but we get the most awesome line from the Torturer. From the Torturer himself. What are you going to do? Sucker me to death? In which the Dalek does sucker him to death. Which I just always chuckle at, because I mean it's a valid thing to ask the Dalek. What are you gonna do? Sucker me to death? Then the guards try and obviously start shooting at it, and the bullets are just not penetrating. Or at least, they're not penetrating. It's not rebuilt itself yet, but it's not.
Yeah, exactly. This shows how scary it actually is, to be fair. I reckon as a kid you'd actually be scared of a Dalek, because it's not even fully repaired.
It's not fully repaired, and it's still taking a lot of fire.
It hasn't repaired its weapon yet, so it can't even actually like fight back. But you can't even fight it.
Yeah, which is
you can't stop it.
Which Then we actually do see the Dalek go up to a monitor / advanced computer, and it starts like consuming all the energy, taking in facts, internet, but it also like rebuilds itself from the electricity. I'm assuming. I think.
Yeah.
I could be yapping, but I think that's how it does repair itself. In which we do see we do see all its like metal balls like actually like start to like and like.
What are they? And they're not even like they're used at the end of the episode, but what are they?
Well, I mean, explosives, I guess, isn't it?
I don't know.
I know. I know one thing behind the scenes is that there was debating on if they should actually use them more in this episode, where like maybe like they do actually shoot out explosives, but obviously it was decided against. I think it's just because that's been the design of them for so long that we just kind of can't not have them.
The metal balls on a Dalek skirt is actually called a hemispheres or sense globes.
You know, I actually have heard this. Yeah, no, go on. Yeah, continue. I've heard that though.
Essentially, features for Dalek fans building replicas. Huh?
Huh? Is it
okay,
just...
okay, this is some stuff for Doctor Who fans kind of thing, but they're called hemispheres.
Right.
Sense globe.
All right. Well, the hemispheres start to rebuild themselves around the new this Dalek consuming the energy. If that sounds smart to you, instead of just metal balls, right? Then the guards all start getting shot because, well, now it's got its weapon loaded. But so there's multiple guards shooting at it, but it's pointless, and not one guard survives even trying to kill it. And it's literally just the Henry Van Strout demanding the guards not to shoot it because it's his most prided possession. But whilst the gunshots are going off and him screaming down the mic, "Stop! Don't shoot it!" The gunshots slowly fade until you see the monitor and it's just a load of dead guards and the Dalek standing there absolutely unfazed.
I do find it good with seeing how the Dalek is literally just going back and forth, shooting one from each side each time.
Yeah,
all he's doing is just turning.
But that's so intimidating. Like the fact it's like they've shot hundreds of bullets and not one didn't, and then it's just like he's taking his time, just like do. Now, is this also the first time we get a Dalek execution where we actually see an X-rayed skull? Because I don't know if they would have done that in the classic Who with its budget.
I mean, I could have a quick search.
Yeah, just have a quick little search because
I mean, I've seen a few Doctor Who episodes from classic Who. But...
Well, like the first era of Doctor Who, they use like a gas, don't they? They'd shoot out like a gas, like a, and that's what kills you. But I think it's a gas. I think, but. Obviously, it's a very most famous like way to die now is like the skeleton reveal X-ray when you die, which I think is was introduced in Modern Who, but I could be wrong. So Rose and Adam and a guard get to a set of stairs whilst obviously getting chased by the Dalek. And thinking the safe, Adam had to go and be cocky and say, big great alien, death machine, defeated by a set of stairs. Which the Dalek did the equivalent of nuh and started to elevate. Which is such a fucking brilliant scene because you just don't think, obviously you do think, oh, stairs is a way to defeat a Dalek, and then for him to actually just be able to levitate is like, oh fuck. And I think they actually do levitate in Classic Who, so this isn't new. But obviously for, well, Adam and Rose and shit, it is new, but...
Yeah, they didn't know.
Yeah.
And I think the Doctor was fucked on how to, like, get them up without...
Well, yeah, and
chopping them.
Obviously the Dalek does take a second to do it. I don't know why it takes so long to actually start.
I think this episode was focused on people who didn't know Doctor Who then, because we've obviously spoke about how it's named literally the enemy. And so it kind of spoils it.
No, that's
I'm
true.
thinking the whole episode is literally focused on new fans who didn't know what Dalek is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is a soft reboot for a reason. It's meant to be more friendly for the newer people and not the older fans.
Yeah.
But, yeah, anyways, so the Dalek elevates, and obviously Rose and Adam run, and the guard tries to hold it off a bit. Doesn't do all, but it tries to hold it off a bit. And then we get Henry Van Strout. I'm going to keep saying his name because, he's big in Doctor Who. Is demanding the Doctor to go reason with the Dalek, in which the Doctor asks, which is the nearest town, which is Salt Lake City, with a population of 1 million. The Doctor said, all dead. It honestly believes they should die. Human beings are different, and different is wrong. It's the ultimate in racial cleansing, which is worse when you know that Daleks were made by someone who used a certain group in the 1940s in the war. Like, Daleks were made by the people we fought in the war. Fun fact.
Since 2012,
yeah,
it has only doubled in population. Salt Lake City.
What's that, 2 million?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Touche. But yeah, Daleks are inspired by Nazis. I know, shocker. But, they were made in the 60s after the war. It was still fresh. And so when you hear, the Daleks have, they want to have the ultimate racial cleansing, it's like, ooh, that's spicy. But what also makes that scene a bit more... Yeah, it's a good scene.
It is a very good scene.
And then we get to see a load of guards, I'm talking guards and scientists and all that with guns, get set up in another big room whilst Adam and Rose run through and try and find more cover. The Dalek enters the room with all the guards, and then we see that it zooms in on Rose, and Rose notices that it's staring at her. And Rose starts to question it, what? But it looks like it was looking at me, as if it, was thinking about me, as if it had something inside of it, which does. It's not these acts the usual traits of a Dalek, so it is a bit okay, let's jot that down. Let's sticky note this situation, and then we get to see the Dalek actually do quite a fucking smart move of it elevates up. Shoots a fire alarm, sprinklers start to go off, all guards get covered in water, and then it literally just shoots the floor one level by one, and they all literally get electrocuted and die. It's a genius move. I mean, it didn't even need to do that. It literally did that to just show how smart it is to the Doctor, because the Dalek pretty much just put on the monitor for the Doctor to watch that happen.
Oh, yeah.
And it is a good move. I literally, it's one of the things I always love about in this episode is literally just all the guards getting covered in water and then just and all getting.
It did it twice. The people on the floor and then the people on the balcony.
Exactly, critical hit, double points, whatever you want to call it. The Dalek just did that to show off, if anything, because it didn't need to. It could literally just go one by one like it has been doing up to this point. But then the Dalek does request to speak to the Doctor, and it tells him that it has gone through the internet and been going through satellites and has found no trace of Daleks. And then the Doctor says, you've got nothing left, in which then the Dalek does say, what should I do? Which, again, very unusual for a Dalek to be questioning this kind of stuff. And the Doctor just bluntly says, kill yourself. Which is such a... which I do love seeing in memes of that just that one clip, just because you just don't expect the Doctor to literally say, kill yourself. And then the Doctor go out on a bit of a tantrum of like, you should just die. And then it kind of cuts off the monitors and continues to try and go after those and Adam. And then the Doctor does have to come to a bit of a tough decision of, do we close the vaults? Because if it does get out, it can go to Salt Lake City, kill all them, kill the entire population. The Doctor would even struggle to kill a Dalek in the wrong situation. But obviously, Rose and Adam are still on it too low, so they would get locked in with it. So the Doctor does try and delay, but then rings Rose like, you need to get to like floor 46, or you're going to get locked in. Which, they are like bolting up the stairs, running. And then the Doctor does start to close the doors, and there's a tense bit of Adam and Rose running towards the door. Adam's side's underneath. Seems like there's enough room, but then apparently Rose had fallen behind because the door shuts and Rose doesn't make it. Which the Doctor does not know yet, but then when he asks, it's like, I didn't make it. And then, this scene I also like is Rose tries to then comfort the Doctor by like saying it wasn't his fault, showing that Rose knows how much of like a toll this will have on him.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, no, my mind went back then.
So yeah, no. Which I think what we see most companions do is when they think they're gonna die or they leave the Doctor, they try and like make sure that he doesn't blame himself, which just shows.
I mean, he always will.
He will, but the fact that Rose has only actually been with him for like a few weeks, I actually don't know how long it's been together for them. But the fact that Rose knows that this will have a big toll on the Doctor is showing. It's showing that like how much it will impact him, which I do like. It's a nice scene. We see the Dalek.
Did he actually ever promise Jackie like that I wouldn't get her killed?
Nope. He avoided it.
He avoided. Oh, okay.
Which I guess he would. I guess he would though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, true.
You can't promise someone you're gonna. I mean, I know he does, but you can't technically promise someone. Oh yes, we're always going to be safe, because he has literally at that point already shown Rose the end of the world, ghostly Victorian gas things, and now Sabine. You can't exactly say, yes, she's going to be safe, because he don't just take us to see planets with like nice vistas. He also takes her to dangerous situations. He's a thrill seeker. But then we do hear the Dalek exterminate down the mic, and we presume Rose is dead. And you see the Doctor's like reaction of like, it's just pure. He's struggling to process it, a bit like I'm struggling to process words. Right, but then it does cut to. Does it cut to? No. Then the Doctor immediately. What would you say?
He starts blaming everyone else and doing everything.
He gets pissed at Henry Van Strout, because again, he's just lost his companion, his friend, and she was actually just a 19-year-old. Died too young. And then it does cut to Rose still being alive and the Dalek staring at her.
No, wait, no. He also has a go at Adam, the other guy.
Yes,
the kid.
my bad. Yeah, Adam runs in and it's like, and what were you doing? And it's like, well, you should have shut the door. And it's like, touche. To be fair, Adam didn't actually do anything wrong. I mean, I guess he should have probably tried to stay behind for her, but on the other hand, they were both running at full speed. He would have definitely died.
I don't know. I think I've seen her run faster. I said this as I was watching this. I said this here. Like, she could have run faster.
Yeah, she definitely could have. I
think she would.
She was running pretty much beside him, and then the second Adam slides underneath the door, it's like she took a minute to have a breather.
Exactly.
So I don't blame Adam, to be honest, because again, he is also getting chased by a murderous alien who has intent to kill. And what's he gonna do? Protect Rose? Maybe keep her alive for 2 more seconds? So I don't blame Adam for that scene. And then we do get to Rose still being alive and the Dalek staring at her. And Spoilers? Spoilers? We're just running through the episode. Then we see that you've screwed me over with spoilers, man. Oh yeah, that's it. The Dalek is staring at her and then says, "I can feel your fear," which obviously isn't normal for Dalek, and it does start to freak out.
Yeah, it's like, what have you done to me?
What have you done? Why can I feel?
This isn't normal.
I don't like this. Take it away. And then the Dalek then uses Rose as a bit of like a hostage situation, but I think Rose at this point is started to feel a bit calmer around the Dalek because she's starting to notice that the Dalek's having second thoughts about all this. And the Doctor, without hesitation, immediately opens up the door to let him back up. Because it's like, I've already thought I lost her once. I'm not going to lose her again. Which is very, would you say, nonchalant of a Doctor?
No, yeah.
But then whilst he's letting him up, the Doctor's like, we need something to destroy it. But it's like, boy, we would have to get past the Dalek to actually get to alien weapons. And then Adam's just like, about that. I might have a little secret stash in my office, which Henry Van Straut just stares at him like what? Oh. Which, for good reason, he has kept him secret because in case if Henry Van Straut wants his memory getting wiped, he would try and fight him back. Which, as the Doctor as the Doctor mentions, I would like to see you actually try and use a gun.
Use your air levels against them.
And to be fair, like whenever Henry Van Straut has, like, for example, at the beginning of the episode, when the guy like annoys him, he immediately gets taken away by those guards and to get his mind wiped. So I don't think Adam would have had time to be like, oh, can I just go grab something from my office? So anyways, the Doctor's in there looking through weapons, most of them broken, but then he does find a bad boy, a beast. Some of what might actually penetrate the Dalek's armor. And then the Dalek does get up to the room where Henry Van Straut is, and the Dalek starts to approach, saying, and Henry Van Straut is like begging for his life, like, please, I just wanted to know information. And the Dalek's like, you tortured me. That's the best Dalek impression you're getting from me in this entire podcast, by the way.
You sound like the kid from Shrek.
Which one?
Do the rock.
Oh no, that was not my intention. You tortured me. Did we exterminate? No. Anyways, but then the Dalek starts to say it, but then Rose is like, wait. Let's all have a breather. And then the Dalek just turns to her like, huh? But because it is questioning what's going on inside its head, it does actually listen to her and like, what do you actually like? And she's like, what do you actually want? And it's like, freedom. Which is again, weird for a Dalek to want, but we go with its strides. So Rose and the Dalek actually end up going up to the first floor, and it shoots out the roof, and then they like it, penetrates through the roof, and then and Rose is like, "Wow, I didn't think I would actually feel sunlight again." And the Dalek's like, "What does it? No, I said I'm not gonna try and do an impression. It says, what does sunlight feel like?" And then it opens up its suit, in which we see a tentacly alien with one eye, and it doesn't look, pleasant, but it looks innocent. Would you say vulnerable?
It's vulnerable.
Like, I think most people who haven't seen Classic Who would think it's like, well, just either a computer inside or like a skull or something like that. I don't think you expect it to be like a tentacly alien thing inside. Or at least I don't think you would. And then the Doctor does catches up, and is like, "Rose, get out of the way! I'm killing this motherfucker." He doesn't say that, but he does, but he doesn't say that motherfucker bit. I'm adding layers to this. And then, but then Rose stops him like, "Wait, Doctor, just listen to me. I have lost my notes, so one sec." Where have I put my notes? Where's my notes? Right.
The Rose goes, "Oh yeah, he's not the one pointing a gun at me," and then
that's it. Yeah, Rose turns it around to the Doctor, and it's like, "The Dalek's not pointing a gun at me. You are." And then the Doctor immediately puts down the weapon, knowing like, what have I become? But that's only because, again, he's gone through a time war and pretty much 900 years at war with these creatures. So it's, again, a valid reason to be pissed off with a Dalek. But then the Doctor starts to backtrack when it's like, what's it doing? Because it sees that it's getting sunlight on its skin, and it's like, it wanted to feel what it feels like. And the Doctor's like, flabbergasted. He barely even says anything, the Doctor. But then the Doctor then does announce that it's mutated because it's used a bit of your DNA, Rose. It's started to get your emotions, and which a Dalek can't handle because it's programmed, and its mindset is literally just kill, kill, kill.
Genetically engineered.
Yeah, it's a dark. It's not meant to have sorrow or happiness. It's meant to just be a killing machine. So having these dark thoughts in its head, obviously, it's depressing to the Dalek. And then the Dalek actually requests by Rose to order it to exterminate itself, which Rose obviously hesitates, but then sees how much it's impacting the Dalek, and the Doctor's literally like, it's suffering. It, as he said earlier, kill yourself. But so Rose does order it to exterminate itself, and then she runs to the Doctor, in which it does then put its suit back on, levitate into the sky, and then we get to see the not spheres, hemispheres, that's it, not just metal balls, guys, hemispheres come out of the skirt of the Dalek, surround it, and then like it kind of just like explodes but implodes at the same time. Very minimal damage for a Dalek, to be fair.
I think it just like explodes, but then like it explodes every atom, so then there's no residue left.
Oh, I thought that imploded, but yeah, maybe, yeah. I mean, yeah, it died. It died.
Probably exploded, yeah.
Yeah, it exterminated itself. What do you need? And which is an emotional thing. I think by the end of this episode, you do feel bad for this Dalek. Like, I still do, even though I know what Daleks are, because you know that this Dalek's got
for this one in particular, yeah, because
it's got humanity now. It knows what it's doing is wrong.
It doesn't just kill. Obviously, it kills all those soldiers, but it just doesn't kill.
But the second there was hesitation to kill those and stuff, that's not a Dalek anymore.
It's a Rose Dalek.
It's a Rose Dalek. It's a hybrid Dalek. Well, it's not, but And then the episode starts to wrap up with I can't remember what you call her. She was the assistant to Henry Van Strout. Oh, is it Diana?
I've got it in my notes as Diana. Something I don't know her surname. I just know it's Diana.
Well done for taking a note. C then kind of takes charge and then gets the guards to grab the Henry Van Strout and is like, we're going to erase your memory and we're just going to throw you to the streets. In which he's like, you can't do this to me. And it's like, yes, I can. You got a load of men killed.
The Doctor and the Dalek switched places. And so did Diana and Staten. They both switched, which I found really, well, cool.
Wow, how fit what do you call it? Fit psychological of you? No,
I don't fucking know.
how smart of you? No, how thoughtful of you, should I say? Look at you, seeing the dynamic switch.
You better cut this out. Fuck you.
Anyways, yeah, he gets his memory erased and thrown to the streets, which is, I mean, it's a scary thought, isn't it, getting your memory erased? Like, I mean, it wouldn't be because you don't know who you are and you don't remember getting your memory erased, but the thought of not being you because you don't have any memories is kind of a worse punishment than like going to prison. Goes to a scene with the Doctor and Rose, like about to enter the TARDIS, and then Adam runs up like, right, they're gonna get this entire base covered in cement and kind of just erased off the books. So we need to get going. And then Rose kind of like prompts the Doctor to invite him to come see the stars with her. And the Doctor's like, he does a bit of a 50. I don't know. But he does like, you know what? You have to look after him, but sure. So he was more willing to take Adam and Mickey. I know he does invite Mickey in the last episode, but he does seem to be more fine with Adam joining with less thought, pressure.
I think it's giving Rose that little bit of freedom to just, and she needs to learn that she can't just bring anyone along.
Yeah, so which she will learn.
Yeah, exactly.
And then literally, but the ending of this episode is the TARDIS starting to about to say evaporate, then disappear, and then Adam stepping in, and then end of episode, because he didn't obviously know that the police box would teleport him out of there, so he's panicking, thinking they're gonna get cemented in, and then that's the end of the episode. And obviously does a teaser for next episode, The Long Game, which is next week's podcast episode. Which we will be getting onto, which I guess a little teaser for you. I'm not the biggest fan of the next episode.
It's all right.
I might change my mind. Who knows? I might rewatch it and think it's a brilliant episode, 10/10. But not yet. My prediction for next episode is, I think I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 or a 5, a 4 or a 5. It could be higher though when on rewatch. Could be higher.
Oh, episode.
You like the episode?
You know about next episode?
Episode? No. Next episode, sorry. Long Game.
Oh.
I'm doing like a prediction for what I'm going to rant it.
I find it to be a bit mid, so probably about 5. But
so yeah, same.
This episode.
This episode, yes. Go on, because
probably about 7 or 8, because I do enjoy it. It wasn't like the last 2 episodes where I was like, I gotta watch it for the podcast, because I don't really enjoy this whole Slovene World War III kind of thing.
You know, I completely agree. Hence why last episode was literally like 30 minutes. It doesn't have the sauce.
It doesn't. No.
Well, this episode, I have given it. No, you know what? No, it's not nostalgia. It's not. I think it's actually a good episode. I've given it an 8.5.
It's still a good episode because it doesn't. In this, like one of those timeless episodes. She shows it says 2012. But
Like,
it's timeless.
Yeah, it's timeless.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you could watch it in 30, 40 years' time and it kind of still... It feels like a sort of modern... Yeah, it's a good episode. It's got good writing. We get to see a furious Time Lord scene, which who doesn't love them scenes? We get the introduction of a reintroduction of one of the greatest villains in Doctor Who.
Sometimes overplayed.
So yeah, tell me about it. But I think it's a very solid episode. Hence why I'm giving it 8.5 out of 10. But if you say it's a 7 or 8, should we just round it to 8?
Yeah, let's just round to 8.
So 8 out of 10. That's a good episode. These are the episodes what make me a Doctor Who fan. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really watch Eccleston, so like these aren't the episodes that I watched.
No, yeah, did you watch it when you first started watching it, or did you skip to David Tennant?
Memories of it. I think when on a rewatch, I would always just skip to David Tennant.
Right, but did you start with Christopher? Right, okay.
I think I started with Christopher. Yeah.
Okay,
like
good.
Saw little clips of it.
Are you happy that you've got more of appreciation for Christopher Eccleston though now?
I mean, there's a few good episodes, and then there's the episodes that aren't so good. But
don't get me wrong, yeah, it's not the greatest series, but I think the episodes what do stand out. Like, for example, Dalek. I think that might be in top 10, 15 of Doctor Who episodes. Maybe. It must be. I'm gonna say yeah.
I'd have to go through all the episodes to make sure to see if it is, but
I think what we should do at the end of when the inevitable 2-3 years down the road of actually eventually getting to
we're just going to do like an entire tier list.
Yes, one podcast episode of literally just going through each episode ranking and thinking yes, and then give a definitive top 10 episodes of Doctor Who. That's the goal of this podcast, guys, and maybe just in time for when the new series of Doctor Who comes out. Maybe. So now it's time for everyone's favorite bit of the podcast, fun facts, which I've actually got quite a few this time. So,
okay,
are you ready?
Go for it.
So, according to Doctor Who Confidential, Robert Shearman, I believe the writer of this episode, had to write a second version of the script because it was not intentionally known if a new series could obtain the rights to use the Daleks from Terry Nation's estate. So he had to create an alternate alien race that would have been used had been used had the Daleks not been available. That's pretty interesting.
They got a whole different episode.
And to top on this,
I mean, probably along the same premise, to be fair.
Yeah, but just to even add to this, had the Daleks been unavailable, Russell T Davies had made a sketch of a potential replacement robotic creature called Future Human. The design of this creature was later adopted as the Toclophene in The Sound of Drums. Whoa! Is that not insane?
You know what? That is actually...
That's quite a good fact.
I quite like the Toclophene. Well, they're not really actual Toclophenes.
Yeah, humans, but we'll skip it ahead. But yeah, I think that's cool. Spoilers! But yeah, no, I think that's quite a cool fact because it's like, okay, and it shows, he actually like kept that aside. Like, I like this design. I don't know how the episode would have played out with him, but I think that's quite cool. Christopher Eccleston loved the cellar scene, and he buttonholed Nicholas Briggs and rehearsed it over lunch. Eccleston viewed the scene as a Holocaust survivor confronting a Nazi, which alarmed Briggs with its seriousness. But I'm glad they kept it in. But to be fair, it is a bit like that, innit? Like,
yeah, it is, yeah.
Which, again, adds to the episode. It's a fucking beautiful episode, in my opinion. And... that's the end of the facts because the last fact was about Chris Eccleston's father dying, but I ended up putting that into the podcast.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But yeah, I generally think there's some cool facts for everyone to know.
Indeed it was.
Indeed. Right, well, thank you for everyone who has listened or watched this podcast episode. we are going to be on to Long Game next week. Again, we don't know. We might rewatch it and love it or hate it, but come and watch and find out. And yeah, thank you for everyone. I hope everyone had a good New Year's, and I will catch you later.
Goodbye.